Hello, friends. Welcome to Errbeolaus, Tales of the Deep, presented by Feast or Famine Studio. We hope you enjoy our homebrewed campaign about those who dwell beneath the waves, and that it inspires you to tell your own stories around tables with friends. I'm your Tides Mistress, here to provide the horizontal and the vertical, and hopefully keep everyone on track, despite our occasional distractions and rabbit holes. And if you want more information about our table, you can check the link in the description or stick around to the end. But for now, it is our pleasure to invite you to sit at the table with us and enjoy the story. Well, you guys, last time we left off, you've been traveling for a couple of weeks since your fortuitous meeting at the Concordant, where you all decided to join together and form a pod. Your travels have been mostly escorted by other peoples. In the first case, you went with a group of travelers who made their homes on the back of primal sea turtles and had dwellings there like the traveling people that they traveled on through the ocean. And in the second case, you traveled with a group of individuals who were merchants of a sort, running a small circuit using very lightly fashioned, almost like floating barges to carry goods from one place to another, moving along the bottom of the ocean bed. You had a brief period between both of those where you had to travel a little ways on your own to reach your next one. And we are now in your third period as you say goodbye to your friends who toast you one last time as you leave, still talking about that massive fish that two of your party members brought in to share with everyone. The date is about the 11th of Court Thighs, somewhere in there, in the blue tide. And you are about to once more be alone. The first question we have to answer is, up or down? Are you traveling straight to your destination, which is about 2 days away? Or are you going to drop down and follow along the bottom of the ocean floor?
Yes.
Not helpful, Stylic.
Last time we ran into a spot going down, but I still think overall it might be our best bet.
I agree.
It's not free of trouble, just less likely.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So along the bottom we go.
Along the bottom you
Are
go.
you looking me?
Of course not. Now,
Hmm.
hold on, real fast. Every time you talk, it really does influence my accent.
That's how speech and accents work. Is
Yes.
a way one person, we all echo each other's voices.
That's the way that ADH people and languages work. It's called mirroring.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yes.
This is why we are both
Hey,
good and
neurodivergence.
terrible at accents.
Because it also makes it hard to hold while everybody else is speaking. Yeah.
I will do my best to not.
No, she will just make fun of you or say something about it when you do
As
that.
you should. As
Yes.
you should.
Please. Point it out.
Encounters.
Okay.
Just, hang on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that. This doesn't have the thing. The thing was here. Here was the thing.
There it isn't.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that was a brief panic on your DM's part of why has all of my stuff disappeared? That's very important.
Why is the rum gone?
Okay.
I used that speech today to practice my accent.
Someone give me a d20 roll nominate your first luck victim and call evens or odds before you do.
Zen.
Oh, let's see. Evens.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay. You guys travel along. Zen, what is one thing that you are always looking for as you scout 30 feet, no more, ahead of your companions? What's something you're always keeping your eye out for that you would like to see?
Oh, that I would like to see. Anything that might glint in the sand.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh,
Both ends of the spectrum.
Given that I am a generous DM, I will allow the rest of your party to also make a perception check to see if perhaps they're able to help your luck along.
Oh, that net one is brutal.
wow.
Sorry.
Hey.
Roll 20's being super slow tonight.
Don't forget Taco's with you.
Oh, taco.
So,
All right. Sitalik, where are you in the pack? Are you like nestled in the middle? Are you sort of trailing behind a little bit?
I am, if I'm allowed to, probably trailing in the back, just because I am just so, just kind of looking around at everything constantly, and enamored by the new sights that I'm seeing.
Would any? So you've been doing this for a little bit now. Is anybody objecting to Sitalik falling behind a little bit?
After what happened with Zen, I would say that Mila is probably like pretty focused, not even necessarily on her surroundings, just on Zen.
I would make sure, Tatrin would make sure that he's back there with Sitalik.
Like with your buddy who occasionally randomly has more goldfish, you see something just like slightly off the path to the left. Quite shiny.
Oh, I immediately, without even saying a word, just start going towards it.
Who? I'll go with him.
Where you all are traveling through, it's currently almost like a seaweed glade. So you have these long fronds that are growing up anywhere from like 3 to 8 feet in height. And there are these places where you can see quite far where all of it is lower for a while, or the land sort of, the bed of the ocean sort of falls away from you for a little bit. And in one of these places where you have some distance, you see, not many yards off the path, sort of a patch of rockier, sandy area where nothing's really growing, but there's this tiny little glint of something metallic in it. And you start heading towards it. Would you grab it?
Immediately, yeah.
Okay.
What you got there, buddy?
Shiny.
Sort of shake loose the sand, and you're holding a ring. Rings are probably, depending on the people that we're talking about, very common or not common at all. Because some of the underwater peoples, for example, have webbed fingers. So rings in their case they're not really going to wear them. Others, like the sea elves or the the Selkies, anyone who has a more humanoid style hand may enjoy rings, but you would be. Do you have webbed fingers?
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine you're like this, and you're like, where is this supposed to go?
I immediately put it up to my eyes, like I'm supposed to see through it, and then I try to bite it.
Oh,
Kind of
no. So
clacks against your teeth.
that particular item is meant to go on a finger, a digit, if you will. Yes, it's not gonna be very
It's
useful.
like there, and then the web gets in the way. It's not very comfortable.
There are some others in the group that have the prerequisites for it. Do I sense any magic off of it?
Give me an Arcana check.
16.
You don't sense anything magical about it. I would say at a glance that there is some like crusting on it. This has clearly been here for a while. But you do, first of all, for this to still have a shine to it, this would have had to, and you would know a little bit more about like land metal work than most of your companions. This was clearly well made smithcraft to still have a shine after getting this sort of crusty underwater. And that would imply value of some kind.
Well, why don't you put it in your pouch or something? Don't eat it though. It's not food.
It doesn't taste good.
Yes,
It really
probably not. But it could be valuable of some sort, either as just a souvenir or for trade of some kind.
I put it in my collectibles bag.
Got it.
Does that one have holes in it?
No.
You guys.
I just imagined you in like one more mile looking down and be like, ooh, shiny. The ring.
Someone keeps losing their ring.
So weird.
You guys make it through the rest of the day. It's a beautiful day. Nothing impedes you. You see no danger. Your travels are going really well thus far. And that evening, where are you guys staying?
Some type of cover. Tressa, you did very well the other time finding us a place to stay. Perhaps we could try again.
I'll have a look around.
You were, I wouldn't use the word comfortable to describe how you feel in the very bright light of the bright waters. But I think you find them now bearable.
Bearable is good.
So I look around, looking for safety. You want perception, survival?
Yes. Yeah, perception.
Hey.
I'm gonna give you two options, and you tell me which one you want to take. You spot a ways down, sort of a very dense patch of seaweed. The top is open, but it has more than enough length that it could be very easily, it looks like, woven together and sort of create a little natural pod on sort of a flat space. It would be about like 6 to 8 feet across in most directions. And then you have sort of an overhang that's not quite a full cave, so your trap from last time wouldn't work. You don't have enough depth for that, but it would be a sheltered place, and there is again enough seaweed that you could sort of shield yourself from view with it. Where would you guys like to stay?
I think the overhang looks good.
Yes. It'll be easy for me to set up my my alarm system there. I think easier than the other location.
Seems reasonable. We agreed.
Zen is going to check the area for any evidence of something else using this space.
Go ahead,
Frequently.
give me an investigation, please.
Sorry, one moment.
Music reminds me of The Sims for some reason.
Build mode.
Mm-hmm.
Looks great.
Fantastic.
Working on it.
So
Alright,
once everybody's kind of like settled in, I'll pull out and set up a alarm spell around the entrance so that anything that comes through will sound the alarm.
Before you do that, and before we turn in, Zen is going to set up a target and do some practice shots with his bow. With a couple of shots.
and roll those for me, please. Did you fix your thing?
I did, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I will eagerly watch this because I've seen bows on land. Ho ho!
Very nice.
That was a good one.
Go ahead and continue. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You shoot however many times you want, and we'll narrate from there.
One moment, let me double check something.
Mm-hmm.
That is a curious weapon he uses. Patron, do you recognize it?
Yes. They're called bows. On land, they're very very popular with hunters. Most of the land dwellers have some type of bow for hunting or protection of some sort.
I've not seen them down here, though.
Do what?
I've not seen them down here, though. Is that...
No. Typically, devices like that underwater would not, because so they're made from strips of wood typically, and the way they're dried and cured give it a spring. But the string is then also compromised if it's in water. Like rain is not good for bows. So it is curious. I've never seen one used under the water like this. It's very interesting. He was doing very well at the beginning.
Are you continuing? Or are you
And that's
stopping
it.
there?
That's
Okay.
it.
It's not cumbersome.
So what the
He
rest
is
of
exhausted at this point.
what the rest of you see, Zen sets up a target and backs himself a pretty good distance away. Definitely further than any of you are used to seeing anyone handle any sort of distance attacks
Mhm.
without using magic of some kind. And begins firing. The first one seems to be hit so true it actually bursts through the target and leaves a hole in its center. And then the second one actually threads the needle of that hole, sticking through it. After that, still manages to hit the target for the next two. But it's almost like every single time he goes to draw back the weapon, the arm begins to shake, the shoulder begins to tremble a little bit. It seems to take almost an exponential amount of energy with each subsequent use of the weapon. By the barest thread, manages to hit the target the final time. and looks, again, quite exhausted by the end.
Are they actual arrows that are being fired? Wooden
Yes.
shaft arrows? Zen, could I inspect one of your arrows, please?
Is DM, is there anything special about these arrows? I mean, there's got to be something. I'd imagine they're probably made of bone or something.
They are made of appropriate underwater materials, if that's what you were asking.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
they're made of appropriate underwater materials. They are not like traditional
Warped
link
wooden
arrows.
shaft
Yeah.
arrows.
No.
Okay.
And I would
Waterlogged.
imagine there's like different, a few different kinds, and not necessarily that means anything in terms of what they do or how well they perform, but sort of like we killed this creature and it had a couple sections of bone that were really perfect for arrows. So there's a couple that are bone, and then there was that time we went into that area of a coral forest that had these massive primal sea spines, and we managed to harvest like 5 or 6 long spikes of the sea spines and use those to base a couple arrows off of them. And your fletching is probably, these fletchings are made of a particular type of shell that's just grown into the perfect formation to be fitted onto the end and make that spiral that you need. And some of them are probably, these were perfect pieces of seaweed, and these ones are,
Yeah. Okay.
they're a bit of a mix and match, but they're all functional for sure.
And he'll go retrieve his arrows and turn in for the night after assisting set the alarm and traps.
As you all watch the alarm be set, I would like everyone to make an insight check. And this is a retroactive insight check. So you are not remembering something or intuiting something about this moment, but a previous moment.
Me as well?
Yes, everyone.
Ha!
Okay.
I know the things.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
I know more things, even though it wasn't natural 20.
Yeah, that's true. You did do better than me.
Okay. Zen, you are pretty daggum tired. So I think you get a pass this time on nothing sparking nothing. Satalik, okay, we'll start with Mila. Mila, you have been raised in a temple and oftentimes find yourself with a very different set of background memories than many other people that you meet or have met thus far since setting out on your own. One of the things, though, that was sort of like drilled into you as an acolyte of Diona Dier, many times don't trust men, bonds of sisterhood trump all, but that also there were like very specific things to look out for as sources of danger, if you will. And it didn't really click back when you were traveling with the other group, but there was something about the way Tatrin uses his magic that made other people in the caravan a bit uncomfortable, particularly some of the older folk. Satalik, you absolutely noticed that there was some vibe check stuff that was off. You have no idea why. I don't know if you care. You make that decision for you.
I notice something, but I'm too busy shaping water into bubbles.
100% makes sense. Tatrin, I'm going to save you for last. Tressa, given your background, I think there's a certain amount of whether or not true moralizing that happened in terms of the brainwashing that occurred of like, these are the things that are good, these are the things that are righteous, these are the things that are wrong, these are the things that are whatever. And part of the big justification of the way things were was that there was this group of people who decided to do something incredibly stupid and dangerous. And because of their actions, there's now this tear that has to be guarded, which is why the city was there. And because of the tear and the influence is why, and because of that is then why the treatment. Are you connecting the dots, or do I need to be more specific? Okay.
Clear, yes.
Sorry. So even though the specifics of that circumstance were not like given to you, there's a word that comes to your mind that was like sort of spoken with loathing and fear. Wizards.
Okay.
And it's, I don't know how much stock you would put into those things.
Yep.
But just because you don't agree with everything that you were raised at doesn't mean everything they told you was wrong.
Got it.
So, Tatrin, you were so excited about your new friend as you did this ritual. And now as you're thinking back, there might be a little bit of regret in doing it that publicly. You've either by luck or by intention, and you can pick which one, have not really worked much magic in public. It's been in these private moments of need that you have displayed your skills. And like you've heard that ocean folk could be weird about non-natural magic, like deities exist. They're cool with anybody who gets powers from that. Other weird, freaky things are down in the ocean, and they're cool with anybody who makes a pact with them to get magic. And they're cool with anybody who, like, just sort of has, like, the like the feel of Satalik, of someone who's just such in a vibe with the ocean that the ocean just sort of gives them abilities as a result. But you know that what you do is not anywhere close to normal down here. And as you're setting the alarm and you're doing this clearly arcane work that is not anything that any of your companions have seen before, or have interacted with, and the way you're interacting with your magic and calling it forth and binding it into place is foreign to all of them. There might be this bit of discord of like, there might need to be some care taken in the future. You don't know how deep the memories run, and you don't know how deep the fear could run.
Gotcha. Do I know those type stories that you're talking about or not?
Give me a history check and we'll see if you have run into any of the specifics. Because you have been a delver of history, so it's, yeah. You are absolutely aware of the spires. And I would say this is probably even something that you may be actively seeking, because that is the last time that sort of magic existed openly in the ocean. The spires happened during, I believe, the third tide, but let me make sure. Yes, in the third tide, There's a bunch of stuff that you can go check out there, but the spires were the place of arcane magic. And something happened with the spires, the details of which are kind of hazy in terms of how much was intentional and how much was the hand of someone else guiding it. There's stories of like, oh no, it was really this god's fault or this individual's fault or whatever. But I think at the heart of it is the fact that there was like this explosion of growth and interest in all of this arcane ability, and then it all sort of grew too quickly with not enough precaution.
Mm-hmm.
And it all came crashing down. And it's what ended the third tide and led to the rising of the fourth. It absolutely tainted for many people any belief or trust in that type of magic.
Gotcha. Okay. So then I guess knowing that, then it would be intentional that he hasn't, and that the public one was a slip up in his judgment, or
Okay.
just caught up in kind of the moment type thing, not so much didn't really think at the time.
Okay.
So I will be more intentional with that.
Well, you all have the evening. Is anybody doing anything after the alarm is set, or are we pressing onwards?
Muted.
Worry about it.
You're muted again.
How about now?
Yay!
I'll take first watch if nobody else. Or does the alarm really cover that?
It will. It'll, if anything breaches that the barrier, it will sound a very loud alarm that will wake us up.
I'd still prefer somebody on watch, just in case something finds us that can bypass it.
I always go farther as well.
And if somebody can take the first 4, I'll take the rest.
I got it.
Would you like a companion? And I'll have Taco kind of do his little tentacle in the water and
Delightful, sure.
I'll say, Taco, go.
Do you think Taco is affectionate or standoffish?
Oh, he's definitely affectionate.
He'll sort of come and
If they're willing.
curl up near you, but you get like this little tentacle, sort of like, may I?
I, stick my finger back out at the tentacle.
And suddenly you have like a whole 3 of them wrapped around your arm, and he's just like,
Well, you are delightful, aren't you? Nice to meet you, pet.
Be nice, Taco.
little happy bubbles. Happy bubbles. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Wow.
Well, if you're keeping watch, why don't you go ahead and roll a perception check for me?
Pull it up.
Okay.
26.
You pass a quiet shift.
Before I wake up Zen,
Mhm.
and before I do this, do I get as player I know,
Mhm.
but does Tressa have an inkling that Taco can report back to Tatrin what Taco sees?
I think you've you've had Taco for more than a week. And there's probably been a couple times where you've seen Taco like go to Tatrin, and Tatrin's been like, "No, you don't need any more food." And yeah, they're putting it out. It's not for you. They can clearly communicate, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And yes, I know that this is a creature. Don't even try to tell me it's not begging for scraps.
Oh, definitely. He's too cute. Everybody feed them.
Too cute.
Does he sleep at all during watch?
The familiar?
Yeah.
No.
Does he provide the help action?
Technically, yes.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I will, after my time is up, I will nudge Zen. School night.
Nudging will not be required. Zen will wake up at the 4-hour mark, or not wake up, but come out of his meditative trance at the 4-hour mark.
Over to you, school night. I'm gonna
Grab some shut-eye. I'll take watch, thank you.
have a buddy.
Little tentacle.
Come on, Taco. Let's go.
And you settle in for your watch. Go ahead and give me your perception check. And yes, Taco is helping.
Yeah. You couldn't get much better than that, Tressa. Literally one better than that.
Yeah.
Helping being advantaged?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you guys can't roll only 19s. You do occasionally have to roll lower.
Don't worry, I haven't had to roll much yet.
Or me.
We'll see. It could still happen. Yeah, you guys, again, pass a quiet watch. Come to the end of your rest. And you're ready to begin your next day's journey. You have about another half day before you meet up with the next leg of your journey. This time bringing you into a current. This is not one of the major currents, so it is not actually marked on your map. Zen, this is one of the minor ones. So the community that you're going to be hooking up with is much smaller. But for those of you who's never traveled in the currents before, this will be a very new experience, which I believe is almost all of you. Mila, you would have had this experience.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you would have had this experience. That would be it.
Zen will give the group the inexperienced of the group a breakdown of the do's and don'ts.
So explain to them, give them a crash course real quick in dealing with entering a fast-moving current that you almost can't see.
Attempting to give you the opportunity.
Oh, you want me to? I'll do it.
I don't know the explanation.
All right.
This is your world you're building here.
You can. I don't mind. All right. I think the kind of information you give them would be like, okay, so when you enter it, you need to be aware that you are suddenly going to be hit by a force from this side, and it's going to yank you really hard in the other direction. So you almost need to just sort of like cannonball into it, briefly scrunch up, and then sort of try to spread out into the right direction to sort of catch on the current versus, fighting it. Fighting it's the last thing you want to do. You're going to lose every single time. And if you fight it too hard, it'll kick you out the other side, and that's not comfortable for anybody. Zen, why don't you give me how you may pick the skill that you're using, but you then need to explain to me how you're using that skill to teach everybody. Just see if you can grant them a sufficient amount of information that will lower their DC when it comes to hopping in.
Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this a few times
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure I'm conveying this appropriately. And
So you're doing a physical demonstration.
I'm going for acrobatic.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's why I said a few times.
Well, you get one roll.
Oh, really?
No, this isn't like a multi-time thing. You had your lesson. Your lesson can include multiple examples, but it's one roll.
I think I got the hang of that.
It's not nothing. Let's put it that way.
Since I've done it before, I have been helping. I'm sorry. I should have said that before.
No. I'm going to say, yes, you have technically done this before. When you did it, you were being heavily chaperoned through it because there was still the whole, we must protect.
And I tried to duplicate what he did to see if I learned it.
Go ahead and give me another acrobatics check. Let's see.
You did it just about the same.
Nailed it.
You're feeling all right. It's not, I will say this, the base level of this is not a super high DC, okay? It's a levels thing, okay? So it might just be how much amusement I get out of describing the incident. Could be
Fair
it.
enough.
As long as you don't fail.
Incident.
Are we supposed to be saying our rolls out loud?
But before
It
that 12 and 13, they'll get something. We'll see.
I think I
But
got the
first,
hang
you
of it.
have to get there, and I need someone to be the victim and call evens or odds.
Mila.
Go for it.
Odds.
Okay.
Did you
Oh, I
roll
have to
it?
roll it too?
Yes.
Yeah.
No one's called on me yet.
Ooh,
Hey,
It
it's
is
technically odds.
Yes,
Is it a
is.
nat
It is.
one?
Yes,
Haven't
it
looked
Yeah.
yet.
It's a net
That's-
one.
Hilarious.
And this is why no one has called on me yet. This is not my campaign,
But it is-
apparently.
An odd.
It
You
is.
did call it.
True.
I called it.
It is an odd. Mila,
Yes.
what is one thing that you are always on the lookout for as you're traveling? Something that you feel like you would have been drilled into you to keep a watch for
Men.
from your sisters.
Trying
Could be men. That is a viable answer. I'll take it.
to think. It would be something that would threaten the hunt, right? So is there a my lack of knowledge on the sea is about to show. Is there a hyena of the sea? Lionfish.
There
Those
are
guys are jerks. I don't know why I'm
technically the
big.
biggest jerks in the ocean are orcas.
That's true.
I'm not saying orcas.
Let's not mess with an orca at our level, please.
Okay.
I didn't say
All right.
orcas.
No,
said
I'm sorry. I apologize. The jerks, yes. Okay.
Well, because they threaten a whole ecosystem, and I can't hunt if the ecosystem is destroyed.
They threaten an ecosystem in specific. So basically, you're saying an invasive species.
Yes.
You want to see a species,
Yes.
or you
A
would be on the lookout
crown
of something.
thorns, starfish. Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking for a tasty treat. A tasty treat. A tasty treat.
Gray eels.
This is what I'm going to say, because this is not yes, it's a 1, but you did call odds. It's not
Oh.
a failure. You are going to be delayed for, say, should have pulled out a D4. 1 hour. Mila, you are moving along with the group and you see something. And you can even decide what this creature or creatures is, but you see something that is not meant to be here. It is clearly something that has traveled from the place it's meant to be. It is going to throw things out of balance in this area. It is something that must be eradicated. And so whether or not your party agrees, you are like, nope, y'all, we gotta stop. I gotta take care of this. And you just go. What's everyone else doing? And what are you running after?
I follow directions as they are given to me by the person I trust most in this world.
Got it. What are you chasing after? What's the invasive species?
I guess lionfish, because that's the first
Lionfish.
one I remembered.
Got it. Who wants
They
to come help?
They are dicks.
They're not
and
bad eating either.
if they are like, anytime I see somebody who like beelining
Leaves
for
off.
something,
Yeah.
I'm for sure going to
Does
see.
anybody say anything to Zen, who's in front of the group and
I'll
not
have-
looking behind himself?
I'll have Taco
Tap tap.
pull on him.
You get a.
I leave Taco with you while we're traveling, by the way, so
Sounds
he can
good.
help you up front.
You have a permanent hat. Congratulations.
Basically,
Zen
The
would ask
bonnet.
him to sit on the shoulder.
He starts there and then slowly creeps his way over.
stop.
Zen will keep slapping him away. Shoulder.
He's got a lot more hands.
He does have a lot more hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have him tug on your shoulder and let you know that something's up,
Zen will come along.
and we'll go fight lionfish.
Okay. Well, in the hour you managed to decimate them. I would like a luck roll from everyone who helps, and you just have to get over a 5. That's the DC.
16.
Sitalik, you're not helping?
I'm sitting there watching, eating a bag of goldfish.
Absolutely fair. And all right, so no one gets any spines stuck in them,
Whoop, whoop.
which is something that they're known for. And
one
hey,
of us comes close.
you actually, do have some pretty good eating to take
Yeah.
home.
We'll take it with us to the group.
Very nice.
Good catch, Mila.
You lost an hour, but it wasn't too bad. And again, quiet day of travel. You get to about mid-afternoon, and Zen, there's ways to sort of briefly, not really anchor yourself in a current, but almost hover, if you will, for a short time. A lot of times, those types of communities can't maintain that for very long. It puts a lot of stress on the whole structure to try and stay in one place against the current. But you can manage it for a little while if you know someone's coming. So they're not like mad at you, but you kind of get the sense of they're like, all right, let's go. We've been here a little while. We don't want to press our luck. For those of you who haven't seen one of these before, or this type in particular, this is one of in the currents, there are natural massive seaweed balls. And this is an actual ocean fact for all of you, so buckle up. The currents gather together these massive pieces of ocean plant debris, if you will, and sort of tumble them together until they make these massive 10, 15, 30 feet across structures that are just naturally moving. And if enough of them get linked up together, they form natural barges that move through these massive ocean currents.
The tumbleweed of the ocean.
It's the
They're
tumbleweed
huge.
of the ocean. In this case, they have created structures that mimic these forms to travel in plain sight, but be completely hidden from the creatures who would be hunting them in the currents, as they would look like nothing more than tumbleweeds. You can see they're sort of cleverly hooked together by these lines and vines to keep everybody in sort of a decent shape. And there are a couple of other marine creatures sort of hiding in the backdraft of these massive, these aren't super huge, but these large structures to help maintain pace with it, that you imagine are probably bonded to someone in the group or what have you. Stop it. You guys come up, and it's time to see if you can all make it.
Let's do it.
Now, if you want, you have the option to be put in the current. They'll take 2 of their people and basically grab you on either side, and you're just going to get body carried into it by these people who will steer you on it. It is done with as gently and as much dignity as possible, but
I was trained by Zen. I believe I can handle this.
all right, give me
He's rolling that one.
acrobatics or athletics. I will take either
Hope
one.
so.
And Tatrin volunteers first. He gives himself as tribute.
Oh, okay.
13.
Hey, you keep it exactly the way you practiced it. So solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect replication right there.
Then
Relax the body.
Zen.
Zen was too worried about the rest
I
of
was
the
gonna
group.
say, do you mind if I just
Wing it. Go for it.
all right. Zen, you've done this so many times. You can do it in your sleep. And even if it's been like a couple of months or maybe half a year since you've like been in this environment, it's like riding a dolphin. You remember it as soon as you grab the fin and it begins moving underneath you. You're good to go. And so Tatrin's like, I'm gonna go for it. I believe in myself. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna shadow you so I can catch you in case this goes wrong and try to help you. And you're so focused on Tatrin that you forget everything that you're supposed to do for you. Thankfully, instinct does kick in. And so, though you do get head over heels tumbled, and by tumbled, y'all, I mean, you take this individual who has been incredibly competent and capable up until this point, and you watch him go ass over tea kettle at least 3 full revolutions before he manages to right himself, looking incredibly embarrassed. A couple of the others who like legitimately started to sort of like get in place in case you were heading towards the edge of the current so you wouldn't pop out the other side and hurt yourself. They're trying not to laugh. Yes.
Clarify. Zen does not look embarrassed. He chuckles at himself and just
Okay.
shakes his head.
Well, then they're just openly laughing.
Wait,
Yep.
did I do it wrong?
No, you did great.
And you did very competently get yourself in there, and you're holding position like you're supposed to be. I would say there's probably a moment where you start to catch speed, and if you were not being careful or if they weren't coming to help guide you, you would overshoot the since they are holding it in stasis there.
Yep.
You would just keep going past it, but they managed to guide you into one of the holding areas. The inside of this massive structure is mostly hollow.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so you come inside of it and you can kind of see bits of light filtering in from the outside, but mostly it's just this very dark space. And everything suddenly feels quiet, and it's actually quite comfortable.
This is fascinating. I'll just chill.
Yeah. Anyone else trying on their own, or are you allowing them to help you in?
Melzirus, do you find that men don't ask for help when it's the wiser course of action?
Mila, who was 100% stepping up to the plate, looks back at Tressa and goes, "See, yes, yes. No, it makes more sense to let them help us, for sure."
Oh, you said, that you've done this before. I've not done this before.
I have never been allowed to do it on my own, so that would be a new experience for me. So wiser heads prevail.
No, don't. Enjoy the tumble if it comes, I suppose. Don't let
I
me
am
stop
not
you.
one for a tumble, so
And I was waiting for a gap. Zen is intending to watch for the rest of the group and help if necessary.
Go for it.
Oh God.
Once you're in the current, then there's probably a moment where a couple of the others are like, "Oh no, we'll catch you," and you're like, "Oh no, I've got this," and you immediately begin to hold your position, which is kind of a trick of like turning your body at a certain angle into the current so that you almost create your own little like mini whirlpool where you're at, so that it doesn't push you forward and you don't get flung out either. But there is a trick to it for sure.
And he's holding on to the structure and extending his other hand, essentially, getting ready to catch somebody if needed.
Tressa, so you're asking for help?
Yes.
Okay. You are grabbed and expertly bodied in by two strapping fellows, because why not?
Oh, wait.
We're just gonna,
as Mila watches this, she looks back to see who is left. Who is left?
Vitalik is left. That is
Okay.
the only.
No, Sitalik
who
would
is,
run
is
in.
somebody else there to help her in, or would the two strapping lads be
Oh no,
coming back?
they've got other people.
Okay. If there are women there, then I kind of sidle up to them. If they don't look like they're going to help, then I'm about to roll an athletics check.
There's at least one who will help you if you would like.
I will let her know that this is something that I have done before, but only ever with other people.
Well, would you just like a partial assist?
Sure.
Roll with advantage.
Please help me. Please.
Good luck.
Oh, no.
It didn't help.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. What happened?
Okay,
I
okay.
used to roll so well.
So let us narrate that nat
Wait,
one and that 5 on the die.
I would like to use a tenacious die on
Go
this.
for it.
I forgot to guide you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so remind me again. I'm just re-rolling.
Well, how many do you have?
I have 3.
Then you can spend all 3 for a reroll, or you could just add however many you want for a point for points.
Help. I'm gonna.
Add 1 for a 10.
God damn it. No, this is dumb. I'm not using this now. I'm gonna use it when it could actually save our lives. Okay. She's just making an ass of herself. This is great. This is great for her self-esteem. This is going well.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot to, offer.
Yeah. Okay. You bolstered on one side by this woman. The two of you head in, and she's like lining you up at the right angle. And you start feeling confident of like, yeah, I remember this feels like I've done this before. And you get into position, but something happens between like your final few strokes through the water and actually hitting the current, and suddenly you are not on the right trajectory. And she tries to steer you in the right direction, but you are very sure you should have gone the other way, and so you end up fighting her, get quite tangled for a moment. 2 revolutions, she just fully lets go of you. You manage to right yourself, and you're caught by someone else before you get swept off into the current. You don't get ejected out the other side, which is better than Sitalik, who fully rockets in, turns into a pinwheel, like a legitimate pinwheel, just like, and then I'm gonna roll 2. I'm actually gonna roll 2 dexterity saving throws to see if you take out the 2 guys who were playing defense for everybody. Like if you just full body them out with you, because you are coming through at rocket speed. That's a 5 and an 8 on the dice.
Holy shit!
Oh my.
It's a 5 and an 8.
Only need
And there's
4.
no
We only need
way
4,
either
so
of
we're
them
good.
has more than a +3. So
Exactly what I wanted.
So they can't help you because you have literally managed to like boomerang one into the second one, and then all three of you are ejected from the current. You all take, because being ejected from the current is quite hard on one physically.
Katrin sitting inside the little pod thing and like, did you
Just like,
hear
where's
something?
everybody? I rolled super low on that, so yay for you. You only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as them. You're a bit disoriented. Like you are. If this was combat, you would be fully stunned
Oh yeah.
for a moment. Is anyone from the group doing anything?
Yeah, Zen's gonna go after him.
Zen, go ahead and give me an acrobatics or athletics to exit the current to go help them safely. Yes, you have remembered your training. You cleanly cut through. The two traveler people who live in this group are sort of like shaking their head, but they are not like fully disoriented. They're like, no, we're fine. Go see your friend. He's a menace. So Talik, what do you say when someone finally? Because I imagine you're still like starfish spinning wherever you land, just like slowly rotating.
Are we there yet?
You missed where the fish are.
The fish are everywhere.
Got some fish to eat over here if we can make it.
Immediately snap out of it. Okay.
Are you trying again by yourself, Satalik, or are you letting it? If you want to let Zen help you, you may roll with advantage, but you will be rolling for the two of you, or you can have the two people
Oh no,
just
he's stubborn. He's stubborn. He's
going
gonna.
on his own.
I got this.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
And I will dive right in.
Mm-hmm. You manage to pop back in and you just keep it together. And I would say just as you're coming back, you see Mila is being escorted into the ship by a trying not to laugh woman who has a tight hold on her, just in case. Tressa, you got to watch all of this from the back.
See how fast I went?
I did, Pet. That was a bit impressive, honestly.
One of the two guys that you took it as, like, rubbing his jaw, like, man, he's little, but he's got weight like a stone. You knocked them out pretty good. But no, you were all finally all in, and they're able to release the measures that's been holding them in place. There is sort of this weird moment of like, for a brief second, you feel this like very rapid acceleration, and then that feeling sort of fades as you adjust to the movement. And it very quickly just sort of like becomes a background sensation. If that kind of makes sense.
Light jostling.
Yeah. Every once in a while you feel a little shift. I would say, Zen, you notice that there's more shifting than there would have been for you. But this is, again, a much smaller, not quite as much stability.
Yeah.
But you all move along rapidly. Even though this is a smaller community, Zen, do you think that you would have any contacts here, that you would know anyone here? Is there a possibility of that?
I would say this area possible but slim.
Okay. Why don't you roll a... Okay, would you be looking for anyone, or would you be avoiding
Yes.
them? Okay.
I'll be looking for them.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and I know what I'm looking for. You take a look around, and even though there's something about this that looks like it could be familiar, it's just not coming to you. You don't see any familiar faces. Maybe they retired. Maybe this isn't the right one. I mean, there are a lot of them. Sorry.
The dice tell a story.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't.
Do you try to seek anyone of importance out? Usually you have, if you've met the leader of the group, you've met them briefly in passing, and that's been it.
Going forward, he'll look for the leader of any community groups. And request an audience.
So you're requesting an audience with the, what is their title? I should know this. I came up with it. You would think I would remember. I remember almost nothing.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, let's see here. What is the title? Wayfinder. Yes, if you would like to speak to the Wayfinder, that can be arranged. You make the request and they tell you probably not today, but we'll see if he can swing by in the morning after the last shift clears. And that makes sense in terms of this is later in the day. If they've been holding position, then they're already a little bit behind. They need to make a certain amount of distance up. And the evening and through the nighttime is always the more like being careful type thing. So a lot of captains will take the night watches, being at the helm, so to speak, and then through the early morning, and then sleep during the day when it's a little bit easier, and let their second in command run that shift. But yes, you are told that Wayfinder... I was looking at a name. That's what I was doing. Wayfinder Fontaine. Let's do that. Wayfinder Fontaine will come and see you in the morning. The space that you guys are given to rest, as it has been in most of your journeys as far as a communal space, are you guys sort of trying to seek out your own private corners, or are you staying pretty tight-knit at this point?
Stranger danger.
If they don't require any assistance for anything, meaning the community, then Zen will stay with the group.
Yeah, I mean, attachment will stay together. Unless people just want their privacy.
Cass is going to look for a modicum of privacy to talk to Mila. Mills, I noticed you, well, not just you, but back at the Lima Lock as well, that gesture and those words, what can you teach me? Namini something or other?
Oh gosh, now I'm gonna have to well, in nomine madre is what we decided. Full circle, right?
I have the notes. Because
I'm glad you have the notes.
Tell you I wanted to ask you this, but I forgot. I did pull up the notes, so I'll copy it in the chat. One second.
And I have to remember how to speak in Latin, so that'll be also fun.
This is very awkward then, because I know how to speak in.
In nomine lunarum, plene nove excellentis.
In nomine.
At least close.
In nomine Lunarum pleni novae et
It's that.
Silentis. And this, what was like? You had a circle, or I didn't. There was something with your hand. You did something along with it, a gesture.
I'm trying to find the stupid lexicon. How near you left me? Did you start it?
It's not just me that loses notes.
Oh no, I lose all
We
of it.
didn't write a gesture for this one, but I assume there's something.
Well, in my head, it was like the full circle of the moon, so the whole way around.
Okay, so it's one big swoop.
Uh-huh.
Wax on.
Doesn't say that.
Are you? Have you had a change of heart, or?
Well, in terms of the temple, no. It's just, when those bandits, I've buried someone before. And I didn't feel comfortable just swimming away. It felt like it needed something to mark the passing, the transition.
We are of two minds in this instance, where those that I traveled with tended to be more from the sea you came to the sea you will return, especially with those who are not so much on the side of good. So, but there are certainly sisters who decide that, rights must be given no matter. So I would say whatever you feel personally.
Thank you. I appreciate the tutelage.
Anytime.
Lumini, Lunarum, Pleni, et Silentis.
You already say it better than I do.
Different languages at the root of our speech. It sounds a bit more like yours, actually. Come to think of it.
Ah, yes. I have been told they come from the same coral. They grew out.
Thank you.
Love it.
Tatali, you want some goldfish?
Yeah.
We'll eat some goldfish.
As you are sharing your goldfish, a little tentacle snakes out and tries to steal one very specifically from Satalik's mouth before he can close his teeth.
I would bite him.
It grows back.
I've been eyeing this creature for a while.
Give me a dexterity check, because it would be like a dexterity attack, basically. And I'm gonna roll a dex. Or do you want to roll it?
Octopi have a +2 to dexterity. Oh shit!
Of course, no, I crit.
Okay. Do you want?
Yeah, I'll roll my.
Do you want to roll?
Crit for crit. Come on.
Let's do it.
Fail.
Hell no.
Not a crit.
That's not a. That's not a.
Nope.
So you're sharing the snack, and you glance away for a second, and then you hear this like. Your octopus friend generally doesn't make sound, so to speak. There's sort of like this odd bubble rumble sound that you get, almost like a burble at times. But for the most part, your mental conversations are more pictures than words and thoughts and feelings, although detailed enough that you get the information that you need. It's like there's a decoder that happens in transit.
Crackerjack decoder ring. Gotcha.
But you get like this moment of and you turn and Talik has like fully chomped. Like it is tentacle, mouth, tentacle. Okay? And it's just like Satalik, how are you biting it off? Because you crit.
Mhm. I mean, like, full clamp.
Are you biting it off?
I mean, my teeth are pretty sharp, so yeah.
Roll a d4, and how many hit points does he have?
Oh, I didn't. I'd have to roll for him.
Uh-huh.
Let me roll.
Uh-huh.
Let me roll his hit points. Hold
I
on.
swear to God, we're
Yeah.
getting a new party member.
Taco or Satali?
I do have a backup character.
You crit.
That was. Did you
You're
see
literally
that?
definitely gonna kill it.
I sent it just to
Oh,
you.
yes. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so you pop off this tentacle, and even though Taco like fully snaps its tentacles at you,
He inks it.
and then like inks flees behind Tatrin, still limping along.
I bark.
Weirdly enough, you try to eat the tentacle and it like dissolves into seawater.
I bark at it.
Tatrin immediately seals up and takes all the goldfish and puts them away. Gone.
It's evil, like
That was not very nice, Satali.
he tries steal.
I have plenty.
Satali doesn't know that.
He will not eat more than your share, ever.
You get the equivalent of someone blowing a raspberry at you from over his shoulder.
And I will move
Growl.
a little bit. We will move a little away from Satali for now. Will he heal that, or is he now a 7?
Oh, you'll wake up tomorrow and he'll be
Okay.
fine.
But do I see any of that?
A septipus?
Yes. And there was a moment where everyone in the room froze because like an unholy sound was reverberating through the small space.
In that case, are you gonna? I'm trying to cast Healing Word, but nothing is happening.
Oh no.
I don't know why you need to spell save for that. Just go ahead and roll 1d4. Although there's a very good argument to be made about whether or not you can heal familiars. But in this case, we're just going to say you come over and are able to impart enough of a blessing of Dionadir that there's like this ripple of silvery, shimmery light, and a sort of ethereal tentacle grows back in the place of the one that was cut off, and slowly fills in like color and depth as it becomes whole again.
Oh, there it is. I now have 4 instances of input value.
Oh, nice.
Because they're
Oh,
behind my
nice.
character sheet talking
Because
about.
you have to,
Yes.
you have to put in the level.
That, and I'll look over Taco and Tressa. Thank you. That was very kind. You didn't have to. He would have gotten a new one at some point, but that was very, very kind. Thank you.
Well, now I know that. No probs.
You get a little
He's your new best
creeps
friend.
over.
At least for a little while.
And again, Sitalik, you glance over, and this time the octopus is curled up on Tressa's shoulders, and you get another.
I bark at him and growl.
It's all right, Pestle. We'll keep you safe. And the nasty little.
Mila steps in between the two of them, and she's just glaring at him. Oh
At my octopus?
no!
No.
Oh.
The one that didn't learn no biting as a child, or still is a child. It's very unclear.
He's an adult. He is 14 years old.
Yeah, I'm technically an adult too. It ain't going so well.
Technically. Have a pleasant evening. Have whatever evening meal you would like. There's not a lot of, like in previous times, your groups have been like, oh, come join us for this. We're having evening rest time, whatever. Whatever work is being done here, it is not stopped. And those who are no longer on duty are like finding their own spaces and having quiet time. And there's less of a sense of come join the community and more a sense of you're here to travel with us and we have work to do. Which, Zen, you find that very normal.
Stay out of the way.
Yep.
And if anybody like tries to go open a door or something, you are immediately stopped. They do not want to try and fish you out of the current if you accidentally tumble back in.
Well, we have lionfish that we could eat. If anybody's good enough to cook it. Or whatever.
Need to
Why
cook
cook
it.
it?
Do with it.
When you can just fillet it up.
I guess that's true. Sushi.
Yeah. That evening, unless there's anything anyone else would like to do as you all go to your rest. Sitalik, you get this, you've done your 3 passes, curled up, and you feel this real soft, just sort of by your hand. And then you feel pushed under your hand one little wriggling goldfish, and then the tentacle curls back in.
You just kind of like one eye, grab it, eat it. I see obviously what it is. This tentacle, correct?
Yeah.
I just
If
and I turn my head.
we'll see if that sticks. But yeah, you guys pass the evening. Just a quiet evening sleep. You have, again, about 8 days aboard this vessel, if you will. In the morning, Zen, you are awake before most of your companions, and hear a voice address you from above. And you look up to see, not necessarily like uber rare, but rare for merfolk, if you will, a cephalopod merfolk. And she is hanging upside down above you with her tentacles twined around the upper structures to hold her in place, arms crossed over her chest. No hair. Her skin is very much that orange-yellow mottled appearance. The upper half is of a lighter shade, and then as you get to the waist, it's that darker orange in through the tentacles and in the suckers. But there's no hair, and you get the sense that she sort of blinks down at you with these very black, wide eyes. You can tell that she's young, not like child young, but just young. And is tired, for sure. But I don't think you ever hardly saw your father not tired either. So that makes sense. You wanted
Is
to
this in the room with the rest of the group?
Yes.
Zen will ask for a private audience. Just ask if we can speak somewhere more private.
Come along then. I've heard you know what you're doing, so and she'll lead out, and you being aware that there's like, oh, we head out through this small opening, follow the line to a separate compartment type thing, but you are briefly in the current, just sort of in an area that's a little bit sheltered from it as it's between two of the pieces. And she will be like, come on then. And you follow her into a more forward section. This is sort of one of the almost like lookout points. And there is some storage in here, and it's a bit of pass through to probably where you would go to the very most frontmost section where things would be steered and controlled from, if you will. But this is sort of a small pocket along the way that you could privately speak. So yes, what can I do for you?
Either you and I swap to a different channel, or you and I RP this at another time, because I don't think the result of this will change how I interact with the group for the rest of the session.
Okay. We will have this conversation later then.
Secret.
You head back at some point. She does not accompany you. And unless something drastic happens, I would say that's probably your only conversation.
And I can kind of guess how the conversation is likely to go. Zen will likely have a very disappointed look on his face.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and just shoot me a couple things, just to make sure. But go ahead. You have 7 to 8 days in these very new accommodations, and you are not encouraged to wander from where you were. Is there anything that you all would like to accomplish within your group in that time?
I don't know if I really have the space to do it, but I'd like to keep working on traps.
So it's funny you should say that. Traps are essentially several small steps put together that have to work in concert in order to have a big effect. A moves B, which causes C type thing. I would imagine working on traps would be like, okay, let me see if I can perfect some of these knots again, finding different ways to possibly connect things together. And as you're working on one of these like mini projects that you've kind of devised to try and figure out some of these steps, and if there's a better way to do some of this, what's this? Comes a voice over your shoulder. Is this toy or?
No, it is a knot or a trap.
And you are looking up at a very old shark folk. Is not bad. Do you like this sort of thing?
I mean, like maybe a strong word, but they are very useful, and it is something that I wish to learn more about.
All right, come with me. And he just leaves. Do you follow?
I feel like this is very much like, I mean, she has lived her entire life with someone of a certain age telling her what to do and where to go. So I think automatically she's just like, yep, I'm following this person.
Even if it's a dude.
Yep.
They take you to sort of the inner mechanical workings of this, because there is a lot of interlocking pieces that have to work together
Love a
correctly
bunch of simple
in-
machines.
in order for this whole idea to work. Each of the pieces, each of the compartments is its own separate piece that is then connected through flexible, but also has to be able to lock into position pieces that keep it together but allow it to shift in how it interacts with the current and moves. And he begins to talk about leverage and putting things in a way so that you're getting more out of it than you would just normally, and how weight shifting and placement is a very big deal. And you get a really thorough like education, and if you'll let him, he'll like come get you every day and take you on all of his rounds.
Yeah, I think even though it is a dude, I just feel like she's been a student her entire life. Like,
Yeah.
that is just
Yeah.
ingrained in her.
This experience definitely gets you closer to feeling like you have a handle on this. Because there's certain things that don't translate one for one, right? He's talking about a superstructure compared to what you're trying to do. But you have picked up on some principles and some theories for sure that you will be able to make use of. You just need to figure out how.
Sure.
Anyone else?
At some point, I would have tried to. I would have tried to befriend stupid little octopus. Even going as far as to wild shaping into another octopus. Just like him, to mess with him.
Go ahead and tell us how this goes.
Family
First.
show. Family show.
At first,
Is it though?
No, Tressa in here.
at first Taco is a little standoffish. At first, but as soon as you wild shape into an octopus, it's like full on playtime. Just whatever they octopi do to play, swim around, hit each other.
Play hide and go seek, obviously. We camouflage and hide and seek.
So he totally. It may take him once or twice to remember to put together the fact that the one creature is the octopus. So that change maybe takes a couple times for him to really remember that. But then he's okay. As long as you don't bite his tentacle off again.
Would I be able to communicate back and forth with him, like between me and him?
Unless you have... Okay, first of all, Katrin, is this a Fey, Fiend, or Celestial? Is that your options? Fey, something, and Celestial?
Yeah, hold on, let me double check that. I believe it would be Fey, technically. Let me double...
Oh, you're not a ranger, are you? Are you? No.
You have a spirit. It just calls it a spirit.
But I thought you got
that.
to pick if it was a Fey, Fiend, or Celestial
it has
based.
the statistic of the chosen four. Oh, it is Celestial, Fey, or Fiend.
Okay, so which one would yours be a Fey?
Yeah.
Okay. So unless you have the ability to speak like maybe Sylvan.
Druidic?
Maybe. That's...
Apparently that's the only language I know. but that's wrong.
It is absolutely.
You don't even speak common.
I
Yeah.
don't even speak
But
common.
I thought Druidic was more just
Written.
Yeah.
It's your world. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to remember.
I mean, this is underwater, so I would. Or-
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to help you out here, Vitaly.
So Druidic is just the secret language of the Druids. It's not taught to anyone other than Druids, and it does not say that it's like specifically usable for communicating with animals or spirits. I will say, given everything, I think there's probably a certain amount of you understand Taco the best of anyone who's not Tatran. Does that make sense? You don't have a direct line like Tatran does.
Okay.
But occasionally there'll be like a little tentacle movement or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, he's happy. And you're like, no, actually he doesn't like the way he's got an itchy or something. Like you're better at interpreting.
Gotcha.
But you don't have an exact bead on everything the way Tatran does.
Okay, once I've established this good rapport with Taco, I would use shaped water to enact a master plan to have him and me steal the bag of goldfish from Tatran.
Good luck.
The first thing that I'm going to need is I want a perception check. And this is to see if you think Tatran's just keeps finding goldfish or if you think there's something more.
Oh, damn, Vitaly. 20.
Dirty 20.
I
Dang.
want them goldfish.
Dirty 20.
Says Alex is on point when it comes to food.
No joke.
Yeah, obviously one track stomach.
Okay.
So, Pollock, you absolutely. Tatran's tried. You know what? Tatran, I will be fair. Give me a stealth check. Let's see if you have been.
Oh. You would.
Nice.
The one
That
time.
22 will beat
The
that
one
dirty
time.
20.
I need a roll.
So, Talik, I think you suspect.
I don't know for sure.
Because you suspect, but you don't know for sure. And at the very least, you're sure there is at least a bag of goldfish.
I don't know, it's never ending. I just know that he has a bag of
Yeah.
goldfish somewhere.
Yes, he had some goldfish, and you want the goldfish. Give me a persuasion check to see if you can convince Taco to go on this mission of stealth with you.
Can I guidance myself?
Yes. It's your
Yeah,
spell.
allow it.
Yeah.
You're gonna want that guidance.
Yep.
I'm not guiding him on this.
10.
Oh, you have.
Tatran, I want you to make a persuasion check. And this is just going to be how much intentional attention you gave to Taco that day. Like, did you get wrapped up in something else? Or you know, is there... You go to make this pitch. And you just get the sense that Taco's like,
Not today.
not today.
But it wasn't a hard no.
Oh, this will not. I'm not done. I'm
Oh.
I'm gonna continually every time I can.
Oh.
Right.
I would say every like once a week you could probably pose this question, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We can
At the
reroll.
start of like every session, and be like, "Can I get a taco persuasion check?" Operation
Trying to get
Goldfish.
that heist ran. Trying to
I
get
love
that
it.
heist. Of a heist session just with Satalik and Taco. Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah.
Is there enough room for Tatran to go through any type of padas? Or is it too cramped?
I would say I'm making some assumptions, and you are welcome to correct me if there's anything that you think I say that would be off point. Knowing what I know about elves, knowing what I know about wizards, and knowing what I know about giving a wizard a sword, I feel like the whole Blade Singer methodology would be flashy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And big. Okay, good. We're on the same page. Fantastic. It's almost more of a dance than a kata.
Sure.
And it's not small. Okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
So I just feel like you would like pull it out the first time and begin one, and someone would be like, no. We can't afford for you to put holes in the walls.
Yes.
And you would go, oh, when I'm fully extended, I'm actually like almost.
Yeah, I kind of
No,
forget.
I'm sorry. That was a.
I'm 7.5 feet tall plus a sword. So
Yeah.
I kind of forget that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dumb. We should have done a height chart because dang.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay, fine. He'll put it away and not do it again. At some point, I need to practice, though.
When you're not in a small enclosed space.
In the middle of a slipstream. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
I have two things.
Go for it.
I want to see, do I clock Zen's mood? Is one.
Zen, do you feel like you're hiding this at all?
Not that he's hiding it, more that it's not a deep disappointment because he was also at least half expecting the answer.
And
So
he already
he's-
has RBF.
Not RBF, just
A little bit. If you want to,
A little broody.
if you're okay with it, Zen, an insight check of like an 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Not a Heidi's.
sure that works. Oh man.
You
know
know,
what?
those hunky. Oh, are we doing something?
I'm getting my
Because
percentage just 5 points. So I'll take that.
So what are you going to push that to?
No, I'm giving myself a point in the pool.
Oh, you're
Because
giving
it's
yourself a
empty.
point for a fail. Okay, that's fine. You are pretty distracted by those two hunky fellows who helped you out. And there's at least one invitation to go spend some time in another compartment if you would like to.
Oh yes. Well, what's his charisma like? Can you roll a persuasion check or something? I don't.
It's a 5 on the die. It was not a good.
No, I mean,
Let me
Oh.
let me see what the other one does. 16 on the die.
oh yeah, him. Mm-hmm.
Okay. First one bombs, but leaves the perfect playing field for his friend to step in and just like sweep you off for an evening or whatever you would like.
The other thing I want to do is I'll attempt this a couple of times to be able to make it whatever aids make it work, but I want to spend some time ritually casting detect magic with kind of the guise of like, oh, how does this place work and what's here and what's going on. But what I really want to do is look at Tatrin with it on and just get like a vibe check. I know this isn't really how detect magic works, but like I've been taught things. I know not to take them for granted.
Yes. I will. Okay, so the first thing that you just discover in passing is that very little of this structure is magical. There's a heavy sort of natural magic vibe to sort of the camouflage. But that almost has more like a, oh, they didn't gather this seaweed. It was grown onto the structure, probably with the help of someone with a strong bent towards nature. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the structure you're in is partially living. And that has a lick of magic to it. Very little else on this structure is magical. It is very much a mechanical marvel, if you will. As much as you would see them under the ocean, at any rate. Tatrin, what
Yep.
magic items, first of all? What things would flare with magic besides yourself upon your person, just so that we have those points of data, because...
The goldfish bag would flare.
Goldfish bag.
And
Conjuration.
I'm fairly certain my spellbook itself would be a flare.
Yes. That one would probably ping back a bit oddly because it would feel like multiples.
It would cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, other magic items, that's it. That's all I got. I don't have.
Salt steel tends to emit a gentle magical vibe, but it is more the vibration of something that is accepting of magic, not something that has yet been enchanted.
Okay. And then my soul.
So, yes.
But that's it. That's let me just double check.
Headband of intellect.
Oh no. Oh, I have another bag that would also emit magic.
Yes. So you sense a couple of items, but you're trying to probe into the individual themselves with this. I will allow you to pick between insight and arcana, and understand the information that you're going to get is going to be different depending on which one you pick.
Can I guide myself?
Yes.
And I will definitely go insight, because it's less like, what is the mechanical, the arcano, whatever nature of his magic, and more like, have I been taught evil people are, these
Am
people
I a
are,
bad dude?
yeah. Or is his magic inherently tainted? I don't,
A 22. So that's a very interesting statement that you just made about, is their magic tainted? Because I would imagine an idea of taint would be one that would have been spoken of often when you were a child, for reasons why things were the way they were, because of a taint. And I am going to let Tatrin answer part of this himself, so be thinking.
Okay.
I think you recognize distantly the magic that Tatrin is accessing is absolutely different than what you're doing versus what Mil is doing versus what Sitalik is doing versus even sort of the sort of shadow ability that Zen has in his own respect. So there's definitely like this is a peg that doesn't fit into any of the holes that I have any experience with. Stop it. Stop it.
For sake. Control yourselves.
Oh, it was you two. I don't want to hear it.
I didn't say a word this time. I was just letting it all go.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are
So
terrible.
deliberately not saying anything. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's
Not
It's a good thing
Not
people
a family
can't see
show.
our chat. Is that the title? Not a family show. Okay. I don't know if there's any experiences that Tress has had with anything magically speaking that would have I mean, yes, you have this information from your childhood, but I don't know if you have any direct experiences, or if you think you do, of having seen something that would have given you any belief in a true taint. Anything that felt truly evil. I think even if you do have that experience, even though this is an other,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't yet match that experience.
Okay.
As for vibe check, Tatrin, you may choose to answer out loud or to message Tressa directly as to what you feel the vibe is with a 22 insight of green flags or red flags.
I mean, he's not. Tatrin is not giving off like, evil mastermind plan, world domination kind of vibe.
No, it does at first.
He very much gives off the intellectual, knowledge-seeking vibes. Like, he tries to learn as much as he can, to see as much as he can. But nothing in his demeanor or anything would suggest he's using or planning to use magic in nefarious ways. I mean, short of being attacked by people. You saw him do magic then.
Yeah.
But we were, so yeah, in that sense, I would say he's giving off a kind of little bit older, scholarly vibe for the most part.
Okay.
Okay. And that is what your little experiment reveals for now. I would say you are fairly confident in those findings. And I think the only reason you are not completely confident is probably that at this point, you have now, in the last 4 months, experienced a wider range of things. And I think with each new experience, you may be hitting that point of like, what did I even know? How much can I even trust of my own feelings at this point? Because everything is so new and everything is so
Wildly different.
Yes. Being what it is. But as your travel on this wondrous vessel and community comes to an end, you are all safely escorted out of the current because they don't want to risk
Yeah, that's fair.
second Satalik.
Come on, I think I can do it fine.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, probably.
Satalik, as they're taking like you on either side, preparing to help jettison you safely out of the current, I think there's a moment when one of them looks down at you and goes, "Dude, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but what are you?"
I just kind of look up at him and go to his ear and whisper, "Something of your nightmares."
And he just kind of looks down at you and is like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna question that." And they just get you off quickly. We're just gonna. Don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Creepy giggle the whole time then.
And you guys are safely deposited for your last leg of this journey before you reach your destination. So we are going to end there for the evening. And we will pick up there next time. Hopefully I'm sure it'll be a very simple, just last little bit,
Well,
and y'all be
yeah,
good.
totally.
And then the real fun begins, right?
Yay!
What could possibly go wrong? Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you enjoyed our tale of, well, probably something ridiculous, maybe something heartwarming, possibly with some sex jokes in there and apocalyptic rumbles of doom, but no, it's fine. If you're looking for other ways to connect, you can find our website in the podcast description, and through it, links to our email and socials. Here's a little more about us. We are a group of super nerds who love stories, but found hanging out in person got complicated as we got older. Luckily, we live in the era of the internet, so now we get our fix a few times a week playing online. We originally started recording our sessions because, let's be honest, most of us are terrible at taking notes, and I personally might be the worst of all. But having those recordings made us realize that actually we're kind of hilarious. And if you're still listening, maybe you agree. So, thanks for joining us at our table. Hopefully, we'll see you next week.